All right, back like we never left. What am I talking about? You don't know.
We got it this time, right? It's doing the thing.
Are you sure it's doing the thing?
It's doing the thing.
Remember that time that we recorded that entire episode, like review of The Shield, and we had to go back and do it?
Oh man, yeah, I forgot about that. Right?
When back then we only had the camera audio. That was on my show.
Yeah.
Wow,
did we really have to redo the whole thing?
We had to redo
That's
the whole
right.
thing.
Yeah.
It's so bad that you forgot about it.
This was years and years ago.
Yeah, trauma delete.
I forgot about that. I think it was back in the early days of this podcast. We had more primitive equipment. You guys see, back in 2017, they didn't make these convenient soundboards like they do now. So I go old man mode when I hear new people talking about how difficult it is to start a podcast. I'm like, they make everything so fucking streamlined now. Back in my day, if you wanted to start a podcast,
It's a Wednesday.
Yeah, you really had to fucking want it. But anyways, the whole process of like recording an audio podcast, just even with the hardware, was not an easy feat. And so there was a lot of different things in motion that you had to do. It was an extremely delicate process, and I think it was our review of Luke Cage season 1, and we lost it.
Oh man.
Yeah. And that really bummed us out.
I guess it's a good thing that your co-host at the time lived here.
Yeah, actually, we didn't even live here.
Oh, yeah, this was at the old studio.
And actually, we weren't even roommates at that time.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So,
I forgot about the old studio. That's crazy.
Way back in the day.
The OG studio. I think that's where we reviewed Infinity War.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because that was 2018.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't move here until like December, I think, of 2018. So, yeah.
So you bringing that up made me think about a thing, and then we'll get into this. But I saw a clip today where, like, you know, prior to like podcasts and like the internet being a big thing, like morning radio shows used to be huge. You know, like that used to be if you back in the day, kids, you had to listen to whatever was on the radio.
I mean, I remember listening to Lex and Terry all the time.
Yeah, I mean, there was just all these like different ones, and so Bret Hart used to call into this Calgary radio show, right?
God.
And then they would prank call Ric Flair live on the air.
That's amazing.
And just piss him the fuck off. And apparently there was one time where like they called him, and Bret just goes into this whole spiel about like he's the best to ever do it, and like Ric's no good and all this other stuff. And Ric had apparently been out partying or was still partying from the night before.
Oh, man.
And Ric just gets insanely furious on the phone. And he's like, you never saw the ticket. All you ever saw was a pair of glasses. I put an ass in every seat in there and then took them home after. Like, Ric just goes into this absolute thing. And this became like a weekly thing where they would prank call Ric Flair on there.
That's great.
That is fabulous.
That is great. And I love the fact that Ric, for a shoot, just cut promos.
Yeah. Yeah, just got furious and like went right into it, you know.
Now I wish that Bret had did that to other people.
Right?
Yeah.
I think Dusty would have been hilarious too.
Well,
or like a three-way call would have been great.
Ric is probably the only person that you can just rile up like that.
That's true.
On a whim, you know.
Do the Bill Goldberg.
But Dusty would have been great. Now listen here, baby.
Listen here, baby. You don't know what you're talking about.
You're not gonna insult
I'm American
me.
Dream, Dusty Rhodes. You don't put seats in. Oh boy.
Oh my god. Okay. What have I done?
You did it. You did it.
Oh my gosh.
Shall we get into it, Ace?
We shall. So we are here for a new movie review. So we're gonna get things going. We're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So with that being said, homies one and all, welcome back to another very special episode of the Superhero Homies Podcast. No CG allowed here. My name is Quentin, and as always, I'm here with the world's greatest co-host, my friend, my buddy, the homie Caleb.
I am known for two things around here, incredible drip and objectively correct opinions. I'll be bringing both of those to you guys tonight.
Oh my god.
All right. I didn't plan on having to edit this early in the episode. but here we are. And sitting next to him is the first lady of the Superhero Homies Podcast. Yeah, she is amazeballs and all things, a real life fairy. I'm talking about none other than the homie Cade. Welcome back.
Thanks. Hi, everybody.
And then, of course, sitting to my right, one of my nearest and dearest, one of my oldest and closest, one of the OGs, one of the first to ever be on the podcast, returning once again, my good friend, the OG, the homie Oz. Welcome back.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for having me again. It's awesome.
Of course.
Yep. We had, the truth is we actually did try to get the homie Brendan for this, and you're his second pick.
No, let's slow down here.
His relief.
Oh, believe me, I know where I rank in the pecking order.
We couldn't get Brendan, so we got you.
That's fair. I understand.
Well,
Uh-huh.
the way you worded that is just not. Brendan, we love you. We did try to get you on. You had other obligations like work or whatever, so.
Yeah. Some lame nonsense like that.
But with that being said, Caleb, tell the folks why we're here tonight.
That's right. We are here tonight, and actually, it's been a while since I had to do the reading of the rules because we just haven't done this in a minute. But tonight, we are going to be reviewing The Mandalorian and Grogu, and the first half of this review will be spoiler-free, and then we'll have a brief break where I'm sure we will bullshit about any number of topics, and then we'll give you guys plenty of warning, and then on the back half, that part will be spoiler-filled. So we will have all of the safety precautions off. That's why there's a cover on the Switch. Mm-hmm. And, we will go full spoilers in that second half. So just to get right into it, everybody, I guess we'll get kind of everybody's overall spoiler-free thoughts on the movie. Oz, I know you've been, down there chomping at the bit to talk about it a little bit. And we have not really talked about this at all since we left the movie. That's kind of the tradition here. So what was your overall thoughts?
So my overall thoughts, I was sitting next to Ace during this, and I even said this to him, literally 20 minutes into the movie.
Slide a little bit closer to me, darling.
Oh, my bad. How you doing?
All right.
Anyways. No, but, it really just felt like a very long episode of the TV show. I didn't feel like it was meant to be a movie. Did I enjoy myself? For the most part, yes. There were things I didn't really care for. I felt like the cuteness factor was a little too prevalent, which isn't usually a bad thing. It's just, I felt like it was kind of crammed down my throat a little bit.
Okay.
It's okay to be wrong.
Oh, no.
I knew I was going to get some flack from you.
All right. Ace, what about you, man?
Yes. Actually, I agree with Oz a pretty good bit there. This did feel like an extended episode of The Mandalorian, which is, as we've discussed in previous episodes leading up to this, was a primary concern of mine and a thought of mine, which is, why is this going to be a movie? But I decided to shut the fuck up and watch the movie and see if they give a reason as to it existing in movie format instead of me just sitting on the couch watching it on Disney Plus. And the answer is they have no answer. They just wanted to make more money, and people love Mandalorian, people love Grogu, so yeah, why not make a movie out of this? I mean, this isn't any kind of spoiler or anything, but I don't think that there's anything that happens in this that is so prevalent or pivotal to the Star Wars mythos moving forward that this thing has to be a movie. Was it entertaining? I was entertained. I thought that it was very enjoyable. I could have enjoyed it here at my house. However, the movie is certainly fun. It is a fun watch. And for people who are saying that this is the worst Star Wars movie or whatever kind of nonsense the internet was spewing, I mean, that's just, I think, objectively wrong on pretty much all bases. But does the movie justify its own existence? Not really. But if you're going to watch something and just burn some time, this is a fun movie.
This is why you're the host, because I couldn't have said it better myself.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, what you got?
I loved it. I thought it was very cute. It was so very, very cute. The droids were amazing and adorable. And I loved it. I loved it very much.
You seemed very much like the Azalians. That's the little mechanic guys.
Oh,
They were adorable. Loved them very much. They were so small. They were super, super cute. And I wanted to hug them. And then when like they're like running, it just brought so much joy. I really enjoyed the droids that were in the backgrounds. I saw a couple of R2 units, so that made me very happy. I like the costumes because they were all very, very nice. And I liked that Arabesh was everywhere. That also made me happy.
For the uninitiated, that's the written language of Galactic Basic.
I was gonna ask, what did you just say to me?
Yeah, so Arabesh is the written language, and I know a little bit of it, and so it was fun to be able to be like, I know that word.
That's impressive.
I don't know enough of it to be like able to read a whole lot of it, but I could be like, oh, that door says staff only.
I mean, knowledge is power.
So that was fun.
and I mean, it's always etched in wherever you see it, so like it can't be changed, and Matt Murdock can read it. So
Oh shit!
But is it written in metal?
yeah, most of the time it is etched in metal.
Well, then it can't be changed.
Yeah, it can't be changed. I'm just making as many references as possible here. Yeah, I mean, I am actually kind of in the middle, both physically and, theologically here on this one. I think I liked it better than you guys, but had some of the same complaints. And I think maybe I liked a lot of the things that you liked as well. Some of the cuteness stuff. I will say, I don't consider this a spoiler. Early in the movie, I was like, wow, they actually... I feel like they're really, I'm kind of proud of Disney. I feel like they're being very reasonable with the amount of cutesy shit that they put in this. And then when we got to the third act, I was like, oh, well, that's why, because there's just going to be a fuck ton of it now. I agree with you, Ace. If you look at all of the good Star Wars movies, so I'm going to go 1 through 6. I'll throw 7 in there for fuck's sake. And then I'll even throw in Solo and Rogue One.
I enjoyed Solo.
All of them have something very important that happens. Star Wars is a massive timeline from end to end, right? And there's a bajillion planets, and so for there to be a movie there, every time we've ever seen a great Star Wars movie, it's always been, oh, we're going to give you this movie that takes place when this pivotal thing happens on that timeline in this vast universe. And do I think that 1,000 years later that some people are going to be sitting around going, when that time that thing happened and it happens in this movie? No. It does not justify that. As a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure that at some point these were supposed to be show episodes. I could tell you where each of the 4 episodes would end if this was 4 episodes of the TV show.
It was very obvious, I will say that.
Yeah, it was.
Like, you could tell, okay, well, that ended.
Yeah, there was actually one time where I looked over you, I was like, roll credits. And then
I think I did the same thing you did.
Yeah, it felt very much like that. Not quite a bow, but it had ended.
So, and I do see, Jon Favreau, I think, really wanted to build this as a jumping on point for, okay, well, maybe you don't want to go back and watch 11-5 movies or whatever, and, this is where you want to pick it up at. And I can see that, but also to me, it's like, you're returning to theaters for Star Wars for the first time in 7 years. Mm-hmm. Star Wars is the original fandom. Just make something for us. I'll get into this in the spoiler half because a lot of people may not even consider this a spoiler, but I kind of do, so I won't talk about it right here. But they just had some opportunities to do some little nods to Star Wars fans that they missed a couple of times, and I was like, oh, I feel like that was low-hanging fruit. But if you are a Star Wars fan, there is plenty for you to love in this. And I will say, too, the thing that really stands out about this movie to me that puts it above the TV show is it's obvious the effects budget was up a little bit from the TV show. We got some great effects, especially on the starships. They actually looked really good in most cases. Mm-hmm. And also, the fucking soundtrack in this movie is incredible.
Amazing. It was so good.
So I was out I was sitting next to Ace, and like when the so it was like this almost 80s techno version of the theme song from Mandalorian hit, and I'm like, is that the choice you're going with?
I vibed with that shit immediately.
And
I was
like,
bobbing to it immediately.
At first, I was like, oh god, and then like as that scene that arc goes, I'm like. I find myself bobbing my feet to it. I was like, God damn it. Yeah, I'm on board. It's fine.
The score saves this. Like, when we get to scoring this thing later, like, if this soundtrack wasn't ballin' as hell, I probably would take 2 whole points off. Like, it was just, we talk a lot about soundtracks. It's like, there's 3 different kinds of soundtracks. There's, in the vast majority of them are in the middle, right? Where it's like, you're just vibing with the movie, and the soundtrack is helping you feel what the movie's trying to get across, and you don't ever really notice it, right? And that's most soundtracks. Mm-hmm. Then there's like the Batman vs. Superman mix where it's like, I hate this, get me out of here. And then there's like that small percentage where the soundtrack is just incredible. You know, Queen of the Damned comes to everybody's mind. You know, fucking Friday has an amazing soundtrack. This movie is on that elite list to me of like the soundtrack to this thing was fucking incredible. And it's not really a soundtrack; it's a score. Mm-hmm. If we want to be technical, which I do. So.
No, not you.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, since we're talking about the music here, I was also a fan of the music that they used here, pretty much from go. And I remember when Oz leaned over and had the thoughts about the music, and he asked something. What was it, along the lines of, "Is this really what we're going to go with?"
Yeah.
And I replied with, "I think it's kind of a bop."
It really was.
So I thought that it was. I thought it matched up, and not only that, but I thought that they needed to do something different, but something that still felt like the Mandalorian, and also something that felt a little bit more robust to separate this from just being a episodic TV show.
Yeah,
and I think that the music in this thing really helped it, and needed it.
Speaking of our, 4 episodes of television, I guess we should talk about the pacing now, because that's kind of right where we're at. I mean,
yeah.
Did that bother anybody? Like, did it feel like you were just kind of watching a 2-hour season of TV? Did that take away from your experience?
So this is a slight indictment on the movie, but it also is because, of just me and how my day was, but I nodded off in the third act.
He did. I woke him up by accident.
Do you want to tell you what happened later on?
5 minutes. It was
and I mean, it's just because at that point, and again, like, this isn't anything spoilery, but we at that point in the movie, we were in kind of a stretch where not a whole lot was happening, mm-hmm. And then we kick up with some action, and I'm an action guy, but at this point in the movie, it all just felt so familiar. And so I was like, okay, I can probably just rest my eyes until, oh shit, Oz just said something to me. Yeah. And so, like, but I think that, like, the pacing of this thing is good for me for, like, the first 2 episodes or the first maybe half of this, but then I started to really feel it on the back half, where it's kind of stop and go for me almost.
And I honestly definitely agree with that. Like like you said, the first half was pacing was decent. There was that one chunk right there, like more of like Act 2, like end of Act 2 and going into Act 3, that was like, why? Mm-hmm. Why is it this long? Why is this happening? Why is this trope with Pedro Pascal still happening?
Listen, Pedro Pascal must escort the magical child. It is his lot.
We're talking about like an even more specific trope within that same trope. We'll get there. It's just weird that it happened twice.
Yeah. So, what do you guys think about the performances here? We brought up Pedro Pascal. And obviously, he is only in the suit a little bit in this. He has 2 incredible kind of, I guess you could call them stunt doubles that do a lot of the...
One was just called a body double, and then the other was called a stunt double.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that Pedro was there for about 13 hours.
Oh dear.
Well, he does a lot of ADR, of course. You know, a lot has been. I mean, I think that, like, it's hard to really gauge it because Pedro has always been incredible as Mando. Like, he's just perfect for the character. Even to the point where, like, the Star Wars fandom, right, begged for a Boba Fett show or movie for, like, 50 years. And by the time they got one, we already had a more badass, strong, silent killer, you know, type. Like, that archetype had kind of been robbed from him, and he just wasn't as cool. You know, but, like, this kind of, like, silent gunslinger type character is really good, and I think Pedro Pascal has done a great job with it always, and that's no different here.
It's hard for me to tell when Pedro could be phoning it in, and that's both an indictment, but also praise as well, because there are certain times where I felt that, like, I understand why the Mandalorian would deliver that line like that because of who he is. But at the same time, I could also appreciate a little bit more that he could give with that, just because there's more at stake here. Where, like, this is maybe a slightly heavier moment, and sometimes it's just the fact that his delivery in this movie, in particular, it always kind of seemed to be the same kind of delivery, and it's not bad. It's just I know that there's more range for that.
I mean, I could see that. My big thing with, Pedro is Mando in this movie is the fact that it felt like he was just saying the same crap he did in the show. And I'm like, okay, I'm kind of with you, Ace, like, where I need him to evolve a little more. Like, it's just the same character. Like, he has not changed any.
I gotta have some pushback on that.
Yeah,
I mean,
same.
go ahead.
So I think he has evolved. He's embraced being a father, whereas I feel like at the beginning of Mandalorian, he was kind of like, it was a responsibility. It wasn't the same that it is now. Now it's more of a relationship before it was a responsibility.
Yeah. I guess it's more of not really it's not Pedro's performance of it. I feel like the writing was just kind of lazy for it.
Oh, I mean, I could say, like, I can agree with that, but I won't agree that Mando hasn't evolved as a character. I mean, not to get into any spoilers, but, like, he's definitely slid down the morality scale, you know, considerably since the very first episode of Mando. Because there's a couple things he does in this movie. He would not have done that shit in season 1.
Yeah. My thing, it really is just more hinging on the dialogue of the character.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he is supposed to be very, like, you know, man of few words. That's part of the character.
What he says he means.
Yeah, and that's a difficult thing to write for, though. You know, we talked about this on our mini episodes about The Boys. Like, you know, there's a character in that called Sister Sage, who her superpower is that she's a super fucking intelligent character. Like, super intelligence is her superpower. Well, if in order to write a super intelligent character, you have to have super intelligent writers that can, you know, that can do that. And so,
or at the very least, do some research on it.
so same thing. Like, if you're gonna have a mostly silent gunslinger, you got to make what he does say count. This is not the first time that I'm gonna reference John Wick here, but they pull it off with John Wick very well.
And one other reason, though, is why they're able to do it with John Wick. We can see his face.
Yeah.
And that helps a lot to sell.
I think it helps and hurts. You know, like with Mando. Like,
oh, okay.
I think Mando being behind the helmet adds that kind of V for Vendetta level of mystery. Yeah. But it also, like you said, we can't see him emote, so you know, it's problematic sometimes.
And I never think that it's a bad performance. I don't think that I've seen Pedro or who's ever in the suit deliver something that I thought was bad or maybe kind of raised my eyebrow. It's just that I guess at this point in the game, I think that there's a way that we can keep that stoic badassery, but also emote a little bit more urgency when it needs to be there.
Yeah, fair enough.
This movie, despite the fact that it's kind of a globe-trotting movie, it still kind of has a pretty tight cast.
The cast is very tight. It's not a spoiler that Steve Bloom is in it, reprising his role as Zeb Aurelios. He is barely in the movie, though.
I was happy when Carson showed up.
Yeah, Carson Teva is...
Had to think of his name for a second.
Yeah, he's like the older Asian pilot.
Yeah, because he was in season 1, wasn't he?
He's in season 1. He's also in the original Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
He's the X-Wing pilot in the original movies.
I think he was in Boba Fett for
He was.
some too.
He's in Boba and season 1 and 2 of Mandalorian. Yeah. He's actually in the OG trilogy as an X-Wing pilot. He was like a young guy then. So
well, I mean, hey, if you can do it, do it.
Yeah. A lot of the the X-Wing pilots, are like real life cameos from actual people. Like, we actually saw what's his name that runs everything.
Dave Filoni?
Dave Filoni, thank you.
Yeah, like because I that's how I woke him
That's
up.
how he woke me up.
I was the X-wing scene at the end. I was like, some bitch, that was Dave Filoni. And he's like,
I'm just over
he's
there.
like, what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna be honest with you. I just dozed off. I'm like, oh. Okay.
The rest of them are like directors, like
Martin Scorsese.
and then which was crazy.
Yeah.
But a lot of them like are actual directors for like a lot of the Disney Plus Star Wars shows too. So,
What do you think of Sigourney Weaver being in it?
yep, we have to ask. So we're gonna start with you, Ace. What do you think of
Okay.
Commander Ward?
So I have to give my obligatory. Sigourney Weaver was in it, therefore this does technically get a 10 out of 10 for me.
There you have it.
However, if I could delve a little bit deeper beneath the technicalities of Sigourney Weaver being in it, she I'm not gonna say she showed up just to get a check.
No, none. But
That was Defenders.
But she did.
Yeah, that was Defenders, and I think that she wanted to kind of run it back, a little bit. We know what she's capable of, and we all saw what she gave us here, and it's not bad, but it's not anything that you're gonna remember.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt like they wanted to have like an older mentor-esque like character,
Yeah.
and Carrie Fisher was not around,
Yeah.
and so they were like, "Who else could we get? Who
Oh,
else do the nerds like?"
They could have got Admiral Holdo. I mean, she's alive during this point. I mean,
But
But
We need somebody who fought a xenomorph in the 70s. That would be perfect.
Okay, yeah,
great.
that's great. I think so. I think the performance that everybody kind of online or whatever has been kind of talking about here is Jeremy Allen White's Rod of the Hutt. Before we get into this, can any of the nerds here at the table tell me the other Rod of the Hutt movie? Any takers?
He's been in more than one movie.
Oh, yeah, that's the correct answer. He has been in another movie. Anybody?
no,
All right, if I had to guess, all right. Let me take a shot in the dark here.
Okay. Go for it.
If he's been in another movie, would he
Attack of the Clones.
All right, that's your guess. What do you got, Ace?
Okay, all right. So, bear with me here.
Oh
So,
shit!
so first I need to calculate what is the average lifespan of a hut, of a slug creature. Does anyone have a roundabout answer? How long do these
well,
things
they
live?
said in the movie that they live for a couple hundred years,
A couple hundred years. Okay. And,
which I have a theory about later when we get to spoilers.
okay. All right, so a Hutt creature slug thing lives a couple hundred years. All right, when we see Jabba the first time, right, he's got to be middle age ish. Looking at him and his slug-like features. Okay, so
he does live on Tatooine. We know that ages the fuck out of him.
oh, that's true.
Yeah,
It does do that.
But
Yeah.
we also know that he don't live a whole terribly long time from the time we first see him to the time he dies.
Well, Leia.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, murder is a thing.
Murder.
Well, it depends on which edition you're watching, though. Like, if you're gonna go with the re-release, the special cut, you see him in New Hope.
Okay, oh, all right, true. Because I've only seen the versions that you let me borrow.
Which should have been that version.
Yeah, in the original cut, he actually wasn't in A New Hope. You don't actually meet him at all until Return of the Jedi, where he dies. So, like, you know, like an hour. Like,
All right, I say all that to say that I don't have a clue. I was just been
he's just filibustering.
Yeah.
Filibuster.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I'm going to take a shot in the dark here. I'm going to say episode 5.
Okay. Okay. All right. He's going to say Empire Strikes Back. Kay, do you have a guess you'd like to submit?
Movie, not show.
Correct.
Oh. The Christmas special.
Oh my God.
No.
So these
Have
were
you even seen that?
I haven't seen it.
yeah, these were all. I'm sure that you know, Carrie Fisher may have you know, seen visions of Rod of the Hutt while she was on whatever concoction she was on
That's
when they
fair.
were filming that. But unfortunately, you were all incorrect. These are some great guesses. But Rod of the Hutt is actually featured in the animated Clone Wars movie, and the central plot of that movie is that he gets kidnapped, and they have to go and rescue him.
Oh, wow.
Really? So, same story.
Dave Filoni is very obsessed with this plot, this specific plot
Did he
point.
write that
Apparently.
too?
Yes.
Of course he did.
I think it was actually the first thing he worked on with George Lucas, if I'm not mistaken. Like actively worked on. But yeah, that movie is terrible. This is by far the best Rod of the Hutt movie. But what did you guys think of the character and the performance?
Well, I will go ahead and say that his name is not Ryder the Hutt to me. It is Swallow the Hutt. I didn't hate the character. I actually really enjoyed seeing a Hutt move quicker than a crawl.
Alarmingly fast.
Oh yeah, when he did that gator roll, that was nuts.
So terrifying.
I was like, oh, is this how they became bosses? Like,
Because before you're just like, what?
How did Jabba become that mob boss? Like, anyway, no, but for the most part, I did enjoy the character. It was a little off-putting at first, like when he was actually talking. And again, like I had this kind of complaint earlier. I didn't really care for the fact that this Hutt was speaking Galactic Basic, but that's just me.
you're harping on that.
I am, and it's just it really bugged me because Hutts have their own language that people have talked to them in Galactic Basic with and answered in Huttese. So,
I'll be honest, man. Like, he's in this movie a lot. I really didn't want to hear him be like Chawuba Wamba for like 2 hours. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
I just didn't. That shit would have got really grating to me.
I think the reason he didn't do it was because he's like, I'm not like the other Hutts.
Yeah.
But the other Hutts did it too.
Okay. I don't know if I can talk about that part.
Yeah, maybe not. But
Yeah.
in this
I
section,
will later. But
we
yeah.
can get further into it. I don't know that it is anywhere in the canon specifically that no Hutt can speak Galactic Basic.
I'm not saying that they couldn't speak it. I'm just saying it was off-putting is what I was saying.
I see. Yeah. Ace, you got a thought on this? On the character? Maybe not the Huttese.
Yeah. I really like this character.
You would, you big softy.
All right. I thought that the character took a different approach than what I thought they were going to do with it. Not saying that it was anything new or groundbreaking, but I thought that it fit the tone and the aesthetics of I almost called it a show, of this movie. My one thing is this. I think that Jeremy Allen White did a really good job, but I also think that they probably got him for namesake, and then maybe that's it, because the way that the voice is being modulated could have been anybody.
Yeah.
Who could deliver lines well. And he does deliver lines well, but I guess my point is they could have got somebody who's probably way cheaper to do a similar performance.
A lot has been said about how like this was like one of the cheaper Star Wars movies. Like the budget for this thing was like really low, like $160.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, but if that's what you guys were going for, you could have got anybody to be Ward. I mean, Sigourney Weaver, they were trying to get your 10.
Yeah, I know,
obviously.
yeah.
But you also could have got anybody to voice this character. I mean, you know what I mean? It just seems like they went kind of crazy on the name value and like paying these kind of A-listers for something that was intended to have a low budget. I guess on the flip side, it's like, this is about what it would have cost them to put 4 episodes on Disney Plus, and then they wouldn't have got the box office money.
Right.
True. And it's going to sell 1 billion toys. It probably already has.
Dude, bro, slug.
Oh,
Dude, bro, slug.
Yeah.
Dude, bro, slug.
I would buy a dope ass Ride of the Hut Funko in a heartbeat.
I don't know, man. Something about slug monsters that I just, I'm cool on.
I thought
I'm cool.
Yeah.
I thought he was just I thought he was a different character than we've seen in Star Wars. You know.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's very similar to like the Hulk run from like Ragnarok a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that.
But I mean, from a Star Wars perspective, I think it's the freshest thing in this movie as far as Star Wars goes.
Yeah. What about you, Kay? You got any other thoughts on old Slug Bro?
I mean, he was okay. I understand what y'all are saying about the voice acting. I think it might have been better if they had gotten a voice actor instead of, like you were saying, like a A-list name, or sometimes it's better to pay for the talent than the name. Not that he wasn't talented, but you know what I mean. The character itself, like, I was okay with him. I have a theory about him, but I'll talk about that later.
Got to put a pin in that. I'm curious as to what your theory is. We can move on here. Or are there any other characters you want to talk about before we move on to a different segment?
I mean, obviously, we didn't talk about the other titular character,
Grogu.
Yes.
which the
Muppet
is
Actually, not a Muppet.
yeah, not a Muppet. It's actually if anything, he's a robot.
But he's not a Muppet.
Yeah,
because
he's
Muppets
not.
are Jim Henson.
Yeah, true.
Oh yeah, I mean that's me purposely being degrading towards this sometimes
This
partly
puppet.
this sometimes animatronic, sometimes head on a stick with a robe on. So,
Yeah, so for me on Grogu, I loved Grogu's development in this one. I was kind of hoping that he would say something.
I had the adverse effect. I feel like it's become kind of his signature now, so I feel like he should never say anything. He should be a mute.
Oz did lean over to me and say, "I swear to God, he better not speak."
Listen, I'm just gonna say you can put one fuck in a PG-13 movie, and that would have been amazing.
Okay, you know what?
That would have been amazing.
Okay, I think I would have accepted that.
Can you imagine how mad Samuel L. Jackson would be if the first person to say motherfucker in Star Wars is Grogu?
Oh gosh, that would be great.
I just need the shot like his body doesn't turn at all, and his little animatronic head just does like a 90 degree, and then he just motherfucker. No, but
shit.
that has been a concern of mine with Grogu for a long time. Is that that he starts off in season 1 at age 50, and I'm like, how long is this species infantile? You know, how long is this motherfucker gonna be like a terrible 2s toddler, a terrible 50s toddler? Are we gonna be 10 years into this, and he still is like, this kind of character. And I think that's a tough decision because he is an absolute merch Goliath, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like for
all the plebs, all the hardcores, like they love fucking Grogu.
Everybody for the Disney era, he is by far the best-selling Star Wars character as far as merch goes. They've sold like over 13 million Grogu figures.
Wow.
Like bonkers, just an incredible amount of merch. And I think that is both a good and a bad thing for us being able to see the lifetime like growth of this character. I think the idea of a part Jedi, part Mandalorian is badass as hell as a concept, especially seeing like a younger character kind of come into their own with these sort of influences. But
I don't think we will see him not be a child. I think, because I think with their lifespan, because we know Yoda was in his 900s.
Yeah.
And he's less than 100, so he's 50 something.
Yeah.
So he's a baby, and I don't think that their species is one just based off of we have Grogu now, and we have Yoda and
Yaddle.
We know they were older. So this window, I think they age slow. Like they have a childhood, and their childhood, if it's proportional to ours, probably 200 or so before they're.
Yeah, every kid. So they definitely would have to, time jump.
Yeah, so I don't think that if we stay in the current timeline that we're gonna see Grogu being an adult.
I think that what we might get is almost like a Peter Parker type situation where in this era we will only see this kind of younger Grogu. He may start to say actual things here and there, but I think that what we might get is some like the Star Wars Starfighter movie is supposed to be in the future, and Grogu could still be alive. So I think we could get an adult Grogu in the future, right? And then they can still actually make like more like Grogu as a child stuff,
How much do we know about that race?
Very little.
Very little.
Very, very little.
Yaddle didn't actually get any real screen time until they did Tales of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which she was dope as hell in.
Oh, yeah. She was fucking cool as shit.
But, before that, all we got with Yaddle was her looking like a high-as-fuck puppet, along with high-as-fuck puppet Yoda that they fortunately replaced.
You will be.
Yeah.
Like, what
that shit was terrifying.
It was so creepy.
But
I don't know how they made it worse from the original.
Yeah.
based off of Yaddle, though, we know that Yoda's speak is a quirk.
Yes. So Grogu should never talk like that. Because Yaddle just talks normal as hell.
Or maybe she's the one with the quirk.
No. No.
I mean, it could be like maybe, but I don't know. I think Yoda just likes being weird.
I mean, it is Yoda.
And to be fair, Grogu has been around both of them. So he could,
Maybe he'll have little isms,
Yeah. Yeah, or maybe he won't talk much at all because, Mando.
Yeah.
Have we actually found out, like, Grogu's, like, origin? Where, like, who his parents were?
No.
Mando.
Mando.
Yeah, Mando.
I mean, yes, his adopted and accepted family. Yes, 100%.
You can't tell they look exactly alike. They both got the little, the Mythosaur clan.
That's fair. They do. I was just curious. I could not remember if they actually revealed that or not.
Yeah.
They definitely didn't do it in this movie.
Do we have anything else for the spoiler free? We want to score this thing and.
Just really quick, I want to talk about the action here in this.
Oh
thing.
yes.
I think that the action in this is, for the most part, it's pretty good. It's pretty solid. It did wear on me by the end of it, just because it's like, okay, I know what this is, and after I confirmed that I knew what this was, Oz had to wake me up. But like the first act of this, especially I would say like the first 10 minutes, they really do a lot to try to captivate you. They do their version of a one shot, which was a pretty cool take, and
from the mouse droid's perspective, that was great.
Yeah.
And I mean, and some of you can tell was maybe a little bit even Daredevil inspired a bit because they do the clever one shot where like it looks like one take but it's not. Where you know, like for example, you'll see Daredevil beating up somebody, then he go to a corner, beat this guy's ass. You'll follow that guy, and the camera's on the guy who just got his ass beat, and then it'll pan back over to Matt, and like there's a cut there. You can't tell, but there was a cut there.
Yeah,
they do similar things here with this fight scene. But I think that those are super clever because you have to be really good at your craft and really good at your editing in order to make this whole thing look seamless. But I think that whole set piece, that one shot included within the first 10 minutes, probably the best action to me in the whole movie.
I actually agree with that. Yeah. Like, and again, like, I really enjoy watching Mando beat the fuck out of bad guys. I really do. But after the relatively same thing happens 3-4 times in the movie, I'm like, okay, can you give me something new?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of his arsenal that he doesn't use here. He doesn't use the whistling birds at all, which I was kind of upset about that. I do think that the opening is not my favorite action, but I can't talk about what was until we get to the second half. But I'm with you guys. Like, by the end of this, it was grating on me. Now, granted, when I go watch a John Wick movie, that shit's grating on me by the last act too, and their action is incredible.
I actually felt the same way. Like, the first 2 John Wicks that I watched, I was like, it's awesome, but it's still kind of the same thing.
Wait till you see the 4th one, because by like the 10,000th dude he kills, I'm just like, all right, man, can we?
If you take the action in the movie and then you break it up in episodes, it's not so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe the way we should watch this is like once we get access to it outside of that, we should just break it up into those 45-minute episodes.
Well, that ain't the way it was made. So
no, it's not.
But that's the way that it I mean, you can tell.
Yeah. If it had been 4 episodes of TV, I think I would have been sitting here like, oh, the action in this thing was really good.
Oh, yeah.
Because it would have been a week between when I saw these things.
Yep.
But yeah, it's very clear. There are a couple of like repeat kills. And I want to talk about your transition thing with like some of the very clever stuff in the early part of the movie. There's a shot in a hallway, imagine that, and it's done from the perspective of like as Mando is killing dudes in the hallway, he's coming towards you. There's actually one shot that I caught that was fucking brilliant, and it's like they do a really good job of not making the action dark. There's only 1, maybe 2 scenes where I feel like they went into that, oh, you can't really tell what's happening because it's dark trope. And I don't mind it here and there. Because I'm such a critic now, it always, like my brain always flags it as, you fucks. But but for the most part, they didn't do that. But this one shot is Mando attacks a guy and he's like up against the wall in the back of the hallway. And there's actually a part where they do like a Gaussian thing where like the camera becomes kind of out of focus, and the camera is focused on the guy that he attacked, that's back on the wall, and then there's a cut there, and then the focus comes back onto Mando, and he shoots the guy. And I was like, that's fucking brilliant.
Yeah, I apply that kind of creativity because like it's top notch stuff.
Yeah, they did some good. They did some really good stuff in this,
They did.
and I will say that it is a step above from the show in a few areas, like. I said this at the beginning. The way that the starships look in this is I think maybe better than most Star Wars at all. Like even some of the other Star Wars movies, I think the way that the ships move and feel in this movie might be my favorite. The only thing that would maybe come close is probably Rogue One.
That's fair. That is fair. If there's nothing else, I think I'm ready to score this thing. How are we feeling?
Yeah, let's
sure.
All right.
We started with Oz, so.
All right.
Oh, okay. So I probably have a lot of the most complaints with this movie. And again, I enjoyed myself while watching it. Would I probably watch it again? Probably not. Like, I had my fun. I mean, if it was on the TV, sure, I'd probably watch it again. Like we said, the action is really good as long as you can break it up into episodes. I'm going to go with a 6.5.
All right. Okay. I think my rewatchability of this movie solely depends on whenever we get the next season of Mandalorian, will this be required viewing? Or can I just go from season 3 to season 4 and feel like I didn't miss anything? And so that is going to play a role in it. But in terms of what I got here in this movie, was it enjoyable? I did have fun. I think that there's just a lot of fun to be had here. And if you're just looking for something that's a good time, you're going to have fun. But if you are going to hold this to the high prestige that Star Wars movies used to be acclaimed for, then you may be left a little frustrated. Not because this isn't high quality in terms of the way that it looks and the way that it feels, but because it's not giving you anything that is quote unquote spectacular or worthy of that Star Wars name. I think that I can't reiterate this enough. As we've all said, yeah, these are episodes of a TV show, but they're really fun episodes. If that makes it any better, did it make me feel any better that after paying for tickets and popcorn and the slushy, like I spent like $36 to watch these episodes. In addition to paying for Disney Plus,
could have popped my own popcorn.
Yeah. But I think that there are moments in this, as we've said earlier, as Caleb said earlier, where certain things stick out and it feels above a typical TV show episode for Mandalorian. There's certain action set pieces that you can tell they really went above and beyond for. There's certain shots of this that just really look spectacular and fantastic. Now, with all that being said, it's really just going to depend on what you want to take away from this. Are you just looking for a good time? Then I think that you're really gonna have a lot of fun with this. If you're looking for something that's going to push the Star Wars mythos forward, according to where it was last time you saw maybe Mando or Grogu, you're just not going to get that. But with that being said, I had fun with it. I'm going to give it a 7.4 out of 10.
It's bold of you to assume that the next time you see these characters isn't going to be in Mando and Grogu 2.
Electric Boogaloo.
Here's the next 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, is it me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I have some annoyance that from someone who likes puppets. I hate that they wanted the puppets to be Henson-like, but then did not use Henson Studios. They used the Legacy Studios, which is the ones that do a lot of the Star Wars stuff. I get it, but don't make it Henson-like if you're not going to use the Henson Studios. Especially when they're the ones that were a huge part of Star Wars in the very beginning. Mm-hmm. So I enjoyed all of the cute puppets very, very much. But because I didn't use Henson Studios, I have a little bit of a ugh about that. So I'm going to give it a 7.
All right.
Because I enjoyed it. I will watch it again. But I probably won't go out of my way to watch it again. Like, I'll probably watch it with, like, the kids or something, but, it was cute. It was fun. It made me happy.
I am very conflicted about this movie because I kind of going into it, like I had lowered my expectations a bit that this was not going to be essential viewing and that it's also not made for me necessarily. There are some winks and nods in there. Like when we get into the spoiler half, I'm going to drop a bunch of nerdy shit on you guys. But, besides those like winks and nods, there's not really a whole lot that's there for me. This is so made for general audiences.
It is.
And the thing about that is like Star Wars has never been that. What they have really got to embrace is, rather than coming out with this lowest common denominator type stuff, is that when Star Wars Episode 4 came out in theaters, there was no such thing as a hit space opera, right? That didn't fucking exist, and it didn't hold your hand. Here's an old guy. He's got a fucking sword made out of light. He can cut people up. It goes vroom, vroom.
It's gonna be fun to caption that on the clip.
This motherfucker, doesn't believe in none of that shit. He's got a blaster rifle and a fucking 8-foot dog that walks around with him and makes fucking crazy noises. He has a bandolier on. Why? Fuck if I know.
Fashion, dog.
But
Fashion.
yeah, because it looks dope as hell. I guess that's why. And because he's 8 feet tall, he can do whatever he wants.
It's not wise to upset him either.
Yeah, it's not wise to upset him. We're gonna get to that in a minute. But if you look at like the way that the original Star Wars was presented and was widely successful and just kind of thrust out into the public is so much nerdier now than they were then. So it's like you guys really could just make things for hardcore Star Wars fans. Because there are more of them than I'd say probably any other fandom other than maybe Marvel. Mm-hmm. And I have a fun fact about that for the intermission here in a second. But I just wish there was more of that. Did I have fun with this? Like everybody said, yes. It was a fun time. Not even necessarily a turn your brain off fun time. Like you can leave it on.
He told me to do that once.
You can't turn it all the way up. You gotta you can put it on the basic settings. Yeah. And enjoy it. And there will be some things you'll roll your eyes at, and there'll be some things that you got a big old dumb smile on your face over, and you will bop with the music. I mean, it is really, really good. And I do think there's some elements of the production value that are higher than what we would typically get out of the TV show. But essential viewing, it is not. I'm going to give this a 7.7 out of 10.
All right, well, there you have it, folks. You have gotten the homie scores for Mandalorian and Grogu. Now, if you have not seen the movie and you do not wish to be spoiled, this is the section now where you hit the pause button and you take a little break, or you can stay around for a few minutes and listen to us ramble about some other nonsense that we're going to get into. However, if you have seen the movie, or if you just don't give a single solitary shit about spoilers,
Like me.
like Kay,
It's your time.
now is your time to shine. You can stick around and listen to us bullshit before we wander off into spoiler territory. So there is your warning. Now, with that being said, we're going to do just a little bit of moseying before we get to the full spoilers for Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, maybe you got this playing on a boombox across the room.
Yeah.
We want to give you time to get up,
Right.
go over there and cut it off.
We know how it is.
Yeah, before we just be spoiling shit. But an
Remember,
interesting
it's not
fact.
a toy.
That's not a toy. Boombox is not a toy. This is a fact. Another interesting fact is that in the month of May, the North American box office did over $1 billion.
Wow.
Right? That's only happened 11 times in the history of the box office.
For the month of May in particular, or just for any month?
No, for any 1 month for North America to make over $1 billion has only happened 11 times. This is the first time it has ever happened without a Marvel movie.
Wow.
Ever.
Jeez.
Yep. So I thought that was an interesting fact.
Still Disney, though.
Well, Disney is still some of it. So the main two drivers of that $1 billion were Michael and The Devil Wears Prada 2. They made the most money.
Oh, shit.
Mando and Grogu was in third, and then Backrooms and Obsession from A24.
So good. Backrooms. So good.
Is it?
And
Okay.
what's crazy is Project Hail Mary still made $34 million.
Which is also so good. I love that.
Amazing.
In its fourth or fifth month in theaters.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love that movie and that book.
Yeah, it's really good. You haven't seen it yet, right?
I've not.
Oh, you'll like it.
We'll talk. It's exactly like I've said on the show, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not as good to me as Martian or Interstellar, but it's kind of like those two movies had a butt sex baby.
Why a butt sex baby?
Because it can't be a regular baby.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a little quirky for that.
I mean, I guess that checks out. I don't know how to respond to that.
I mean, I've heard him say butt sex baby quite a bit. throughout the years.
Yeah.
But the fact that you questioned it,
I know.
like, that's what got me. Like,
You
it
know
broke me a
why?
little.
It's the podcast host to me. There's someone listening to this for the first time who's wondering, why the fuck is it a butt sex baby? And so I have to be the audience surrogate and ask those questions.
This man is a journalist, okay? He's trying to get to the bottom of what the people want. The homies must
They
know.
deserve the truth.
That's right.
God damn it. So I feel like there's been some other things that have been happening recently that don't involve butt sex babies. That need
We'll
to be
see.
discussed.
We'll see. We'll see.
Jesus Christ. All right. So just a little bit here. I mentioned recently how I have been playing the Legacy of the Dark Knight Batman Lego game.
Oh, okay.
Shocking.
I know. No one saw that coming from me, right?
I actually really didn't see that. Yeah, no. Didn't see that coming.
Really?
Really?
Is it the Lego?
Yeah, it's the Lego part.
Oh, see, Lego Batman is really good. The game,
movie. Yeah, the
not
game.
the movie.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
movie.
but I figured that would be just enough to not to sway it away. So like that was where my brain went. I mean,
Well, see, in the
Like, what's
Lego
wrong, though?
game, Batman plays it straight,
Yes.
and everything else is ridiculous.
Which
Whereas,
makes it funny.
yeah, and that's hilarious. In the movie, he cracks jokes and shit, and it's dumb.
Yeah, and it makes it now it's not Batman. It just looks like Batman in Lego form.
It's like Thor 1 versus Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
But tremendous game. It's been a lot of fun, and it's funny how they kind of piecemeal everything together. I talked about that recently on our previous episode when we discussed The Boys. I mentioned another game that I did not talk about, and that is the 007 game, First Light. I've recently been playing that quite a bit, and I have been thoroughly impressed with it. I am a 007 fan. I am a Daniel Craig kind of guy. And it's mostly because those movies are more grounded in comparison to the other ones. I appreciate the Pierce Brosnan.
I was about to say GoldenEye is still a treasure, sir.
The game. Have you seen? When was the last time you saw the movie?
Earlier this year.
I mean, I like Pierce Brosnan as well, but
You're
I
right.
mean, I'm also a Daniel Craig guy.
Yeah.
You know, but the fact that we didn't get Idris Elba is still a crime.
He actually did an interview somewhat recently where he was asked about it, about him, missing the boat or the opportunity to play 007. And he tried to give like a diplomatic kind of actor response, and I just wasn't buying it. I can't quote him exactly, but he said something along the lines of, okay, people want, I can't do an Idris Elba accent. People want me to play 007, but why? Why do they want me to play a 007 so much? And I was like, because you'd be fucking great at it. Like, this is really cut and dry. Like, there's not much to this question you're asking. It's not that deep, Idris.
Speaking of Idris Elba, like I did not realize he was a small character in the show The Office for a little while.
Oh yeah,
Like it blew my mind. See, Jazz watches it as a comfort show, and like I would just kind of tune in and out every now and then he's a fucking one of the reps for the Dunder Mifflin.
yeah. He's one of the temporary managers.
Yeah, and I'm like,
after
son
Steve
of a
Carell.
bitch. I just a little fun fact for myself.
He's also in Prometheus for about 3.5 minutes.
He is also in Prometheus.
Complete waste.
He's also an American Gangster. We just naming things that he dies in now.
Well, he has a great character in that movie, though.
Yeah.
Speaking of being really impressed with video games, though, you seen the footage from yesterday for the new God of War?
I thought you were going to talk about Wolverine.
No, we can talk
Okay.
about Wolverine, but
Yes. Laufey.
yeah, and Deborah Ann Wool, of course, reprising her role in it. I am even now more adamant that if she is not playing Faye in the TV show, I will not watch that shit.
You might be disappointed, dog. Like,
I won't be disappointed. I'm just not gonna watch it.
what if we decided to do it on the podcast? Talk about it on the podcast.
He's trapping you.
You know damn well I'm not going to use my get out of
I
jail
know
free
you're
card
not.
on that.
I know, because if you do, I'm going to hit you with some bullshit.
I don't want to end up reviewing Aztec Batman with you and Dylan.
You can do that anyway, though, because, you know, you're the world's greatest co-host.
Yeah, sure.
You watched the Isekai Suicide Squad.
Oh no, Aztec Batman looks way worse than fucking Michael Jackson Clayface.
I think I might disagree.
Yeah, but see, the fact that you hated that is what I enjoyed about it.
I saw the poster for Clayface today at the movie theater, and I was like, all I can see now, every time I think of Clayface, is the Isekai. That's all that I can see.
Kay, let me tell you, if this Clayface movie, which I'm really excited about,
Same.
if he does one Michael Jacksonism, 0 out of 10, first ever on the podcast.
What if they just LOL reference it like he's like running from some people and he's like very quickly changing his face and he like runs through a clothing store, he gets a Michael Jackson-esque hat and puts it on real quick and like looks in the mirror and he's like, nah, and then he just
I mean, I would probably pop for that.
It won't get a 0, but it get like a 3 out of 10.
we must pretend this doesn't exist at all in any multiverse.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You brought up the Wolverine game. I do think what they're doing with that is really cool because like it's hard to make a Wolverine video game because you know he heals.
He heals, yep.
And so kind of the way they're doing it is like you actually can focus, like activate his healing, and it looks cool as fuck. They actually show him like rapidly healing in combat.
Oh, that's cool.
But you can only do it so much, and then like his heart will eventually like stop and give out, and then like you can't you can die. You know.
So they're playing into the notion, which is an actual thing for Wolverine. It's like he can receive too much damage at one time.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and like it may not quote unquote kill him, but it's enough to put him down and game over. You know.
Yeah.
And so the game was playing off that because I actively watched his health bar during the fight scenes that they showed. I was looking at his health bar, and it does regen, but very slowly while he's actively taking damage. Like,
that actually just makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like I think The Witcher does that also, where like while you're in combat, your healing ability does not go that fast. It's after combat when you're walking around that you can heal yourself.
Yeah.
It looked really good. There's even a segment of the trailer where we see Jean Grey join in the fray. Ooh. Yeah, and she does a great job fucking them up. I realized none of the X-Men have problem killing people.
Nope.
That's what I got from this. I expected it from Wolverine. Jean, I thought they have like a little bit more, reservation there with that. No, she murdered those guys too. It was
lift you up and rip you apart.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was a great trip. And I always forget this kid's name. What's the name of the mutant kid? Magneto tried to protect them in the Genosha episode of X-Men 97.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was. I think his powers like he absorbs other people's powers.
He absorbs mutant powers.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Me
his
either.
actual name. One of the homies out there is yelling it right now in their car.
I always forget his name because he's an ugly fuck. But but anyway, he's in the game even.
Is it Siphon?
It
or
might be
something
Siphon.
Yeah.
Is Pixie?
Is she in the? Is she in the
Nah,
game?
it's the little kid that he's like.
No. I'm asking if Pixie's in the game.
Not
Not if he is Pixie. He's not. I know that.
That's a good question. I guarantee you that like all of Wolverine's real and surrogate daughters are in the game, so I expect to see Jubilee.
Yeah, Jubilee is my favorite. My second favorite is Pixie. So
Oh,
We actually don't know a whole lot about the game. It's not out yet. So.
yeah, I love Jubilee. Jubilee is my favorite. She's amazing. She's wonderful. Pixie is like amazing, partly because she's a fairy.
yes.
And then she can teleport. And if I could have a superpower, I would want to teleport.
That is handy when you want to get the fuck out
Yeah.
in a hurry.
Yeah, you gotta watch out there because like Samuel L. Jackson will come after you.
She could teleport a lot of people too. I think she teleported
Is that
like
a Jumper
25
reference?
people.
Yeah.
That's a deep cut.
You know what? Yeah.
I'm with you though. Like I never thought that much about Pixie, but she's not a bad character.
No, she's pretty awesome. I love her. I love her a lot.
She is in Genosha when that shit pops off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited about season 2.
Yeah, we're about to get season 2.
Yeah, didn't it come out in one of the J months?
It's
I think it's
next month.
I think
Or
it's
is it-
July. I think it's July 1st is when it comes out or something. I know it's not the 4th, but it's like
Yeah.
They're trying to get away. They're trying to do it just enough, like, away from Vox Machina, because that shit came out as today, I believe.
Today.
Oh, yeah.
Which, you know, y'all best know I love y'all.
Yeah.
Because
right.
I'm here and not watching it right now.
I saw a shirt and it had Wolverine and Jean Grey on it, and they're holding a microphone, and then over here is Scotty, and he's like, you know, making a sad face or whatever, because you see I had Cyclops sad. And then the caption over the shirt is Scotty doesn't know, don't tell Scotty. Scotty doesn't know.
So good.
Damn it.
And I was like, that's hilarious.
I think on that note, we've moseyed enough.
Yeah, we've moseyed enough. Here we go, folks. So if you are still here, you do not care about Mando and Grogu spoilers. What you guys think about Imbo? He's like the bounty hunter in this that's actually like on Mando's level and maybe even a little better than him.
So I recognize that character, and I cannot figure out where I know him from.
Have you seen any of Clone Wars?
I mean, a little, but not enough to like pick him out of that.
Because that's the only thing he's in that I know of.
This was one of those cases where, like, as a comic book fan, it happens a little bit, but even comic book movies now know to give you something.
Mm-hmm.
I realized that, like, Dave Filoni is not only like a super Star Wars genius, but also super fan. Dog, I feel like I should really like this guy. Give me some reasons too, please.
He is cool, but he's literally just there as like a you know who he is.
Because I knew he was supposed to be somebody. Maybe
mean,
that's
clearly.
Oz. But
Like, because at first I kind of got mixed up with
Cad Bane.
Cad Bane.
And I said,
like,
no,
he
killed
died.
him.
He
Yeah.
died, yeah. And so I was like, I recognize this son of a bitch from something. It's probably Galaxy Heroes.
Yeah.
Galaxy of Heroes.
Yeah, Imbo is in that.
So that's probably where I recognize him from.
His ship is in the movie, and just like AJ Styles, it is also the P1, but the ship is called the Punishing One. Just a little trivia for you guys out there, but I was happy to see that. That was like one of the few things where it was like, oh, super nerd here. I see you, Dave Filoni. I'm picking up what you're laying down.
I like the character overall, but like I'm with Ace. Like I needed a little more context for him.
The only thing he really serves a purpose as in this movie, and I appreciate this, is that most of the time we only see Mando fight people that he's better, like way more skilled than. So it was really nice to see somebody who, like, not only are they also a fucking very experienced bounty hunter, like this motherfucker has broke into like the Jedi archives, like back in the prequel days.
Yeah, see, I would have loved to fucking know that.
Yeah, and like, so, you know, to see somebody who is a super skilled bounty hunter, but also is ruthless and doesn't give a fuck about like the stuff that Mando cares about, right? Mm-hmm. You know, to see him kind of go in and pretty effortlessly kind of get shit done and like actually be a threat to Mando. I enjoyed that aspect.
Oh yeah,
but that's the only purpose that he serves here. You know, we don't get anything from the character.
What about you, Kay? What'd you think of him?
I thought that he was cool. He had like a cool silhouette, but I'm kind of with Timmy, whereas if you didn't really know like who that dude was.
Another thing, I kept making the joke since we just recently watched this movie. I was like, when him and Mando at the end kind of stood off, I was like, Mortal Kombat! Like, he's got the Kung Lao vibes.
Also, did he speak any?
No, not once.
Okay, so how did dude... how did the Bayou Lizard Man? That's what he was.
I know. I called him that earlier. It just made it funny.
How did he know everything that he? Because he came up and he was like, there was silence, and then you know, dude wandered away, and then he just gave us everything. Like, how did he know all that?
Is this guy telepathic or some shit?
Imbo? No, not that I know of.
So how did Bayou Man know that?
All that stuff about him. He was the Star Wars stand-in for what we black folks call the magical mystical Negro. And the magical mystical Negro You've seen him in movies such as Shawshank Redemption. You know,
I'm familiar with this trope.
You're familiar with the trope.
I'm familiar with the trope.
Yeah. But they were like, we have aliens we can use. We don't have to use an actual Negro for this. And so what they do is they help out the protagonist, usually for reasons that are just unknown, and they have the power of extreme exposition and advice.
And they couldn't get Morgan Freeman.
That's
who it normally is.
Yeah. It's who it normally is. Yeah. And so,
or sometimes you would look out and get Viola Davis.
Yeah. So instead we get Bayou Lizard Man.
Bayou Lizard Man.
I took a drink at the wrong moment.
Caleb, what was your favorite fight scene?
My favorite fight scene was the gladiator fight. I really enjoyed seeing how Rada moved. And it also had, please tell me I'm not the only person who picked this up, the chess piece.
Yes!
Yeah. So
I was like, why does that creature look so fucking familiar? And then it clicked about like when he picked him up and slammed him. I was like, oh my god! It's the chess piece that Chewie uses.
And the first Star Wars, like when C-3PO makes the move and like the creature goes over and picks the other one up and slams it down.
Yeah, R2 made that move.
Was it R2? Mm-hmm. And then Han's like, you should let him win or whatever. And that's right. R2 makes the move. 3PO is just the one in the combo because R2 just beeps. And And like when that's what happens, like when the creature comes over and like picks the other one up and slams it down or whatever, that was the two creatures, and so they did it in the arena fight.
Okay, I'm glad you pointed that out. I would have never picked up on that.
Yeah, like
I was 5 years old.
I was definitely popping for it, but I was like, I like there was too much going on with the scene to lean over and let you know. I was like, that's what that was, but yeah.
Kay, what was your theory that you're talking about?
Ooh, yeah, this theory.
Okay, all right. So a common thing that has been an issue for Mando's character is he knows that Grogu is going to outlive him. And most likely Grogu will still be a child when he dies from old age.
Yeah.
So I think that they've introduced us to a character who is a good guy who could potentially take on Grogu as like a ward, basically. So I think that, we have a potential future.
Bayou Lizard Man?
No. With
Swallow the Hutt?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
With Rada.
Yeah.
I think that he's going to become who Grogu goes with next.
Gotcha.
Oh, I like that.
That is a good theory.
They definitely, right, by the time that the sequels are around, they have to have fucked off somewhere because I'm going to tell you right now, the Resistance really could have used a fucking a Jedi Mandalorian and a swole-ass, gladiator hut.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, that's my theory. I think that they've introduced us to another long-standing or a long-lived character.
I like that theory.
I love that. Yeah, that's like, they're gonna pull an Admiral Thrawn and like they're gonna get jettisoned off to some other galaxy so that like the plot can keep going. Because that's what they did with Thrawn, right? Is like in Rebels they had him get yeeted off to that other universe from Ahsoka because if he had been around when the Rebels blew up the first Death Star, they wouldn't have blew it up. He'd have been like, man, so this Cassian Andor guy, we should probably just blow his ship up. I'm going to go do that real quick. I'll be back.
I'll be right back.
And then roll credits. We could take out all these movies.
I guess as it stands, if, let's say that Mando lives a full life for Mandalorians at the same time as like normal humans.
Pretty much.
So let's say he lives to 90. Maybe that'll give the character Mando another 50 years of life.
Yeah.
What would that equate for Grogu? Like his maturity would still be.
I don't think that he would be. I think he would still be a toddler. I think he would probably be. Right now, I think he's probably like almost to preschool. I think by the time Mando like passes, I think he would be at like kindergarten.
Yeah.
Like
I mean-
he would still be a child.
I wouldn't say a child. I'd say he'd probably be like a teen.
Or
Like an
at the
early
very
teen.
No, I don't think so. Not if we're.
Like, I think maybe the equivalent of 7 or 8.
All right, so if we're gonna just scale it, right? So like, let's just say that the average human lives to be let's just put it at 80. I know that's not the real average, right? But let's just say 80, and we're a baby for like 2-3 years, right? So if you scale that up to Yoda being 800, you're gonna say 10 times that, right? So like at he's 50 now, so he's got kind of like the equivalency of like a 5-year-old. Obviously, the way he was brought up and everything, and his species is going to influence that some, and the fuck ton of trauma, right? Because we do have to remember that he was present during the Jedi Temple Purge, right? So, I think that it's reasonable to say by the time he's 100, he should be kind of equivalent to like a 10-year-old or so.
Yeah, maybe a preteen.
At least.
Yeah, but he's still gonna need an adult.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, and I agree with you. I think that this is a great transition that they have for him to go with Rada. Now, I don't know how much of Rada we're going to see because he has to be expensive to because like the CGI on him is really good.
Yeah, it was.
And then they have this motherfucker like gator rolling and like dragging himself on his fists and all kinds of crazy
That shit was
shit.
dope. Like Kratos and that shit all the way.
Yeah, he is like way faster than he should be, and that's such a cool thing about him,
No, I definitely agree.
Yeah. He was an impressive, colossal CG creature. Like, thoroughly so.
Another problem I have with this movie is, I mean, I get they wanted this to be a jumping on point, but like, we couldn't have got a Bo-Katan or an Ahsoka or a fucking Luke Skywalker or any
I was
of that.
expecting at least like a semi big like cameo, but we didn't get really any.
Well, as it stands, and again, like, this is kind of goes back to my problem with this, not just being another edition of the TV show. As it stands, the biggest moment in Mandalorian is still the end of season 2.
Right.
And I mean, like, I can imagine seeing that on the big screen.
Yeah.
But there's nothing, like, and again, I had fun with what we saw, but there's nothing here in what we saw that makes me think I needed to see this on the big screen.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, like, I don't know much about the twins, but like,
They were born close at the same time.
yes, I'm
Up until the third act, I thought they were like Siamese huts.
It kind of looked like it.
That it was like a Michael and Michael
Yeah.
situation.
So-
that's another deep cut.
but
cat dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
no, but what I'm getting at is like I never once felt like anyone was in any real danger.
Yeah.
Well, and that is because, like, we mostly focus on Mando and Grogu, obviously, and we know that they're going to be fine.
It's not even that. It's like I don't know what it was about this, but I until he fought the giant fucking dragon snake, I think that's what they called it.
That thing did look cool, though.
It looked cool as shit.
The way it moved was cool.
The funny part was, like, I made the joke. I was like, "There's always a bigger fish," and then like 2 minutes later, I was like, I was kidding. But I just like other than that moment, like even later in the movie when he is dying from the poison, I don't feel any kind of like urgency or actual like anything for like this scene because I don't feel that I don't know. I wasn't connected to it. Like,
well, that scene went on for me too long.
It was,
my god,
it was way too long, especially since you know he's going to be okay.
Yeah.
I did like that Grogu healed the wound up, but he was still poisoned. I did like that.
Yep.
yeah.
And that he was like confused about it, you know?
I mean, well, he built like a little MRI machine. Made it
I was like, he's wearing a lot of metal, dog. Wait.
He's still a baby. He doesn't know.
I love seeing Grogu use the Force. I thought that was nice because he used it in a couple of different ways instead of just the stereotypical and make things move.
Right.
Like he did animal friendship.
He did.
I love that. There's actually a basis for it too. Like he actually does it to the Rancor in Book of Boba Fett.
Oh yeah.
So it's like if you can do it to a Rancor, you can do it to this fucking dog.
Yeah.
Right?
By the way, that dog would have killed that little mechanic guy, right? Like,
Yeah.
I was so surprised he was still alive.
I actually, out of all the like random little cute Star Wars creatures, I like the Azalians. I don't know if it's because they're engineers.
Yeah, I think because like they serve more of a purpose than most do.
Yeah, they're not just like the porgs where they're just, here's the thing we can sell.
Yeah.
I lost it when that one goes, it's a big pipe, hey?
Oh my god. Also, there's just something fucking hilarious to me about Grogu getting in their tiny ass little ship and just being like, eh.
Yeah.
And then Mando realizing that they came here in a fucking cigarette carton.
Right, yeah.
I will say that the weight that was supposed to be on that scene where he's dying of a poison. He knows this, no one else does. Sees the tiny ship, so he's definitely not leaving. And it's like he's supposed to sacrifice himself to keep them off of them so they can leave.
You didn't buy it.
Yeah, it was dumb.
Well, I think that this moment would have been a whole lot stronger if this was being like put out there as something like, oh, this is going to be one of the last times that we see the Mandalorian. Like if we knew that we were going to like a final season, or like this movie is like the big blow off for everything that we've gotten so far, then it'd be like, okay, well this feels like it maybe has more weight or more stakes to it.
This is also, I think, the scene in the movie where we didn't get to see Pedro's face, and the scene would have benefited immensely if we had.
Yeah.
But going back to what Ace and I were talking about with the a specific trope with Pedro Pascal.
Oh yeah.
Why the fuck he gotta have his Ellie and Joel moment with Grogu in this fucking movie?
he gets gravely injured, and then his surrogate child has to nurse him back to health.
Yep.
and put themselves in danger along the way. And like and I know it's gonna happen twice, but it's still weird that it happened twice.
It happened twice to the same guy.
Yeah, to the same guy. Come on, Pedro.
Well, just wait till Doomsday, where like he gets fucked up, and then Franklin has to.
Oh god.
Has to protect him from like the Doom box or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh no. God damn.
And he can fix him up too.
Yeah.
Also, I just love how anytime a hut moves in anywhere, they have the interior decorators come in and they're like, "All right, the twins, we've completed your creepy, dark slime sex castle. Is there anything else? Oh yeah, actually, we need a big trap door here, and we need some like crazy monsters to put up underneath it." And then we'll be good, yeah. It's like, what is the obsession with this?
With the interior decorator at this point, it's like, all right, I can do. Are you gonna feed me to the monster once I do all this?
Yeah, can I get paid up front?
One of the things I thought was kind of funny, I made this joke to Ace, was like, it kind of looked like the collector base from Mass Effect 2, like the interior of it.
A little bit.
When they were still inside, when the squadrons, I knew they were gonna be okay, but I was like, Those are Y-wing bombers. You guys should probably get the fuck out of there, cause they gonna like y'all realize that like one X-wing blew up the Death Star, right? Like,
like 4 of these bitches dropping bombs. Come on now,
and you motherfuckers are in a building.
Yeah.
And this ain't like the rebellion ships where like they were held together with like duct tape and fucking thermal paste and shit. Like no. These are like the New Republic ships. They actually got mechanics working on these.
Are they like little tiny dudes?
Yeah, actually.
Okay.
Speaking of the little tiny, what are they called again?
Azalians.
Every time they were on screen, all I could fucking think about
I disagree with this.
Was the coffee drinking, cigarette smoking aliens from Men in Black.
Oh, I can kind of see that. Actually,
first you said that you think that they're this generation's Ewoks, and I said absolutely not.
No. I did say that.
No, Ewoks are actually having their own little comeback. They're mystery blind boxes from Pop Mart, And you can also get them in, so like my earrings right now, I have Luke and Leia on my earrings, but these are Adorkables, and you can get a whole collection of the Ewoks.
Did you say Adorkables?
Adorkables, yeah. It's like a
amazing.
whole little Disney
As a matter of
thing.
fact, though, I asked you, were these characters supposed to be the new Ewoks for this generation?
No.
That's what I asked.
Well, the fact that you even implied it.
No,
Just
the
saying.
Ewoks are their own thing.
Oh.
Ewoks are their own little thing. Plus, these guys are too technologically advanced to be Ewoks.
Ewoks creep me out.
Have you seen the Blu-ray edition where they blink?
Yeah.
That shit's creepy as hell.
I love Ewoks, and even I will agree with you that it's kind of creepy.
Because, like, I never noticed that the puppets didn't have eyelids, but, like, them CGIing the eyelids on them is way worse.
I have seen both, and like both to me are very disturbing because the blinking is troublesome, but the eyes wide open, they're like, oh, they are strung out on drugs.
Like, what are they growing in this forest?
Yeah. Like I would hang out with like the little mechanic dudes. The Ewoks, I don't want to be around them.
Yeah, I agree. Plus, they eat people.
And they eat people.
That is a fair point. I will concede that's a fair point, yeah.
If anything, the Azalians are the new Gungans.
Okay.
And I don't mean that in an insulting way, because, like, other than Jar Jar, the Gungans are actually cool.
Poor Jar Jar.
Wow,
I
yeah.
still love the theory that he's a Sith.
Nothing against Ahmed Best, who did an incredible job with that.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, the work he did with that character was actually groundbreaking. People actually give Andy Serkis all of the credit for Smeagol, which was also revolutionary. But it was at that same exact time that Ahmed Best was doing incredible motion cap work. Like really just pioneering that field up right alongside him, and he doesn't get the credit for it, unfortunately. So.
I really like him. That little thing that we watched, that little snip about him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you sent it to me.
I
right
did.
after. Yeah.
It was so good.
Yeah. And he actually got his kind of redemption because in Mandalorian Grogu, he plays Keller and Beck, who is actually the character that saved Grogu from Order 66.
That's right. Yep.
A little fun fact for
I
you
do remember
guys.
seeing that.
Yeah.
What else do we have in spoiler territory?
Yeah, so what I was talking about earlier about the like character growth thing, season 1 Mando would not have gone back for Rada.
No.
As a matter of fact, season 1 Mando would have brought him to the twins originally.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I did love that he
Probably
said,
pieces.
I think that there's a slight chance that maybe he would, because in light of the information that Rada gave him, I think even season 1, he would probably still turn him in, but the way he would move afterwards would also be different too.
I agree. Yeah. I did love that he dropped the I can bring you in warm,
Yes.
I can bring you in cold line. That shit's always been dope as hell to me.
Yeah.
I will say I always do enjoy that line.
This bothered the shit out of me,
Okay.
The little ball on the gear shift on the Razor Crest. Grogu always used to play with that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, as soon as he gets the new Razor Crest, I'm like, unscrew the ball, hand it to the child. And they never do it, and they never talk about it. It's even in frame. And that, I don't know why, but that just bothered the fuck out of me.
It bothered Don too.
It feels like a continuity thing. It's a problem, and I don't like it.
Because like that's like one of the first major bonding things is like that he unscrews it and hands it to the baby.
Right. Yeah, that's like the first kind of sign in the show that he's kind of warming up to the kid. Because until that moment, he's like, don't touch my shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is fair. And maybe now he's like, this is a new ship. Really don't touch my shit.
Yeah, his old one got obliterated.
I loved when Grogu was setting off the missiles,
God.
and he was like,
I actually laughed out loud on that part.
That's a great
I thought
moment.
that was
he
funny.
was like, "That's the missiles. Good job. But could we not hit that button, please?"
Give him specific, clear directions.
And he's like, nope.
Zeb was like, I don't think he knows what he's doing.
Also, the fight scene where Zeb and Mando actually capture Homeboy. I don't even coin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was great.
Like Zeb's fight scene was fucking dope.
Yeah, I really love Zeb as a character, and
Oh, yeah.
I wish they would do more of him. He was in season 3 of Mando as well, but it's kind of a Steve Bloom is such a legendary voice actor, and it's kind of a waste to not do more with him.
You know, speaking of waste, Grogu eats so much in this goddamn movie. Like, probably 68% of his scenes, he's gonna be eating something.
Maybe he took that acting note, like, you know, to help keep you in the scene. Just be like doing something, like eating.
Yeah, I mean, and it doesn't matter what it is. It could be street vendor food. It can be fucking macaroons. It can be bugs.
Scorpions.
Uh-huh.
I didn't like that scorpion.
That was gnarly. Yeah.
It was.
Yo, and the fucking wildlife on that planet, a little intense. Like, I can't even take a nap without getting immediately swarmed with
Yeah, the moment he stopped moving, bugs everywhere.
Every single one of those
I'm
things
like,
is
ugh.
well over the leg limit.
I will say one thing I really didn't care for was the amount of creatures that were in this movie. Like, there were a lot to me. Like, almost unnecessarily so.
I don't know so much about that because
When I mean creatures, I don't mean like characters. I mean like
creatures.
the monsters that they're fighting. There was just a lot of them.
I feel like that's all of Star Wars, though.
Yeah, the pits I think were kind of like a thing, like the fighting arena, like.
Well, I think maybe to like appease you a little bit, Oz. One potential reason for that is also the reason why there's always going to be a lot of droids in Star Wars, and that's because we cannot show too much gratuitous killings of humanoids.
Yeah.
Wow.
I freaking love droids.
He can kill Imperials, though, because they're Nazis. But
If they're Nazis with their faces covered, particularly,
yeah, you can kill them all day long.
Yeah.
G rating. This is fine.
Yeah. Is there anything else we have?
I think that's probably it for me. I don't have anything else.
I think we may have done it.
Yeah, I think
It
so.
took us 3 attempts.
But
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
did it,
I think
y'all.
we made it.
I'm so proud of us.
Yeah, that's right. We did it.
You know, yeah, this was an episode that came out where we were both gone. Right.
Yeah, the movie came out while we were both gone.
Yeah.
Which has been a theme here lately.
That happens a lot, and so I can't wait until what's going to happen at Dragon Con. I wonder something spectacular has to come out.
It's going to come out while we're at Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Keep
It's
the
my birthday.
That's right. Supergirl is doing an early IMAX screening the same way that Superman did. So we probably need to go do the damn thing with that one the same way we did with Superman.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I can't wait.
But sometime between now and when that movie comes out, we need to review Woman of Tomorrow, which I am reading currently. So.
Oh, I love it so much.
Woman of Tomorrow has excellent artwork.
Yes.
Still Bill Quest, I believe, is the artist.
When I was reading it, I took like screenshots and I would send it to you and I'd be like, look at this. It's so pretty.
Beautiful art.
Yeah, a good buddy gave me the deluxe edition for my birthday.
Oh.
A very honorable, just a lovely person, and yeah, so I've been reading that, and it's been really good. So
He's probably a bit of an asshole.
Honestly, yeah.
You don't have to agree with that.
I only agreed with it because I knew it was you.
It's fucked up. Well, you are correct on that, though. We're gonna get that going. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Kay, of course, you're more than welcome to join us for that review.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
I love how I don't get the invite, though.
No, because you don't read.
yeah. Oh, jeez.
That's actually true. I listen.
Like a true born man.
Like
That's
a true born
true.
man.
I had you on for The Last Ronin. You read that?
Yes, and I actually just recently bought it. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Every once in a while, if it's the right thing.
If it's the right thing, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Also, the headspace. I got to be in the right headspace.
I get that. But we do have a lot of fun things coming down the pipeline. You would think that we'd be slowing down, but no, things are still just as amped up as ever. Of course, like the homie Caleb said, we got Supergirl coming out, and then also we're going to do the comic book that is based on Woman of Tomorrow.
Still got the mall show.
Still got the mall show to do, and Spider Noir. So yeah, there's still
that too.
Yep, there's still a whole lot of TV for us to do, and then of course, a little less than 2 months from now, we have Spider-Man: Brand New Day.
It's coming.
I'm excited.
Yes, it is.
I still got to catch up. Like I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Hey, you're doing great. You're doing great. So yeah, there's still going to be a lot more coming down the pipeline. But in the meantime, we're going to keep you guys entertained, keep you spoiled, keep you on your toes as we always do. But I think that would be all for now. I've had a tremendous time with this episode. I had a great time with this movie, a great time with this review. I didn't fall asleep during this review, so do with that information what you will.
Good job.
He did fall asleep during the movie, though. Just a reminder.
He's old. He gets up early.
Thank you. Oh, with the part of that, not the old part. Yeah. So, I mean, that says maybe one thing about the movie, another thing about the podcast. Which one's really more entertaining? I guess that's rhetorical.
If he doesn't get his Metamucil by 9, we're in trouble. So.
Oh yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, come on. But that's gonna be all for this one. But don't worry, we will see you guys again very soon. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.
I'm Superhero Homie K.
I'm Superhero Homie Oz.